Hello everyone and welcome back to Port Devily, our outpost in the Arctic. Just on time really, as the airship is coming out, our first one, Nelly Boreas, so our first Arctic airship that is, with the banner of the cat. Gloriously up there. Do we have a different skin for it? I just need to check this one. Yeah, we would have the Queen's airship then as well. But I think out here it doesn't really fit to have something like that, right? Let's go with the standard one for now. We already have the golden one. And yeah, with that we can finally do lots of business in the Arctic. I'm building two more that are in construction right now. We're going to need them as well for some trade routes, and we're going to need them for our main quests. Now we do have a bunch of options available really what we want to do first. Either we want to settle on a plateau or we follow along with the main quest. Since the plateau is going to take a bit more time and we don't need the airship all the time with it, let's start with the plateau. Let's find us a suitable plateau in the Arctic with lots of gas deposits where we can then settle. So this one is not looking so bad. We have 4 sites available, but it's very narrow, right? So there's not that much space available really to build. This one, ooh, this one I like a bit more. It's flat. We have plenty of space in the center. Oh, wait a second. Want me to start the search? Oh, because I'm here, right? No, let's turn around with my dreadnought and move away again. I'm not ready with my search at the moment. We want to wait there a bit longer before I start, because he starts moving then the moment we start this mission, and that would be not so great. Another plateau up here. I also like that. It's not so bad. We do have plenty of space, but it's a bit stretched again, right? So I think this one here is my favorite one. I mean, beautiful, right? I can definitely have a short vacation here. Let's say a week or a 2 at best. Now, what we need, of course, is some building materials. So I'm going to use my airship. You can only get up there with an airship, by the way, right? So this is pretty paramount to what we do. Let's take some bricks and steel beams with us. I'm not entirely sure what else I would need. Let's have a look at the mission there. Old Nate provide you with enough gas to build your first airship, but if you want more, you'll have to extract it from the island up north. Good thing you can travel by air now. Fly over the plateau with enough timber and steel. And that's really it. So the bricks are probably, yeah, well, we do need them for... Actually, we do need them for the first upgrade then, I think. But let's go ahead. I will have to take a second turn because we need to get some coal up there as well for the heating, of course. But first, let's get the building materials up on this plateau on this fine day. It's not very fast. Oh my goodness, this is the first generation airships, right? They're really, really slow. Do we have another one comparable right now in the Arctic? No, we don't. But holy moly, this is going to take a while. I think we're going to have the second airship constructed when this arrives on the plateau itself. So, whew. Yeah, that's a bit away. Now, we continue though in the meanwhile with Port Devily. We still have some work to do here. First of all, let's just check my heater there, because we're going to need that. How far can we go up? Up to this point there. Good to know, because there is one more construction that we need, and that is not the coffee, please. The husky sleds. The last one. This will bump the population quite up there a bit again. I think, yeah, 4 per building, and we want to, of course, provide it just for completion's sake, really. We do need a bunch of stuff here. Seal hunting once again, so the seal skins. They are being... what is the demand for husky sleds at the moment? It's at 1 per minute, so we can safely say that it's definitely going up to 2 per minute short-term wise. So I will need 2 of them. I will 2 sled frame factories, and I will need 1 seal hunting dog, so 2 skins that I need. Right now we have a base consumption of 2 skins already, so it's going to up to 4. And in Caribou Station we have a production of 6. So yeah, surplus is still there, no problem whatsoever. We can afford this. Now I will also need some lumberjack, some logs. That we don't have yet. I only will need 1. With a bit of heating then provided. Yes, somewhere up here I guess. Or, just check it out. No, that's not really great. There we have 100%, so let's go ahead for this one here, right? So that we produce some logs far up there in the north. We do need the husky farm. This is going to hurt us a bit, right? Because we're going to need 4 of them for the 2 factories. Let's just make this one work somehow without having to invest into another heater. Let's move the factories to that side. The bear hunting cabin is at 90%. We probably want to keep it like that. And then I have a bit of space up here for hopefully... let's just check it out. Oh, these fields are big too. That's going to be problematic there. And one here. This is dropping productivity now to 60. That is not good anymore, right? So we definitely also want to have it somewhere. I guess I will need a second heater. There's no way around that. We have a consumption of coal right now of 12 already. This could hurt us a bit. I guess what I could do is I could get rid of some of those tents here. This should increase productivity for the bear hunting there again. I mean, 68% is not bad per se. We should still have a nice production of parkers. No, we don't. It's equal. So, a second... We already have two, right? We just need... Yeah, one of them is not working at full... Yeah, we do need most likely another heater. Let's try this. Let's try and get it up there. We have 90% now with that, right? Because they can share it with the lumberjack hut. Let's make that sharing work. And this one... Oh yeah, they're overlapping now. That's bad again. Oh my goodness, I'm confused. We can go up here with 95. 90, 95. Let's try to move it over there. We just need a tiny road. Perfect, the heating works. Alright, 95, 95 and 95 we have now. This should be golden, really. I was not thinking that it would be this messy though. Yeah, we have 2 of the husky sleds already. And let's try to squeeze in some more, right? I can definitely use this one here. And as we can see, it's already getting into the radius of that. So let's try to have the last one up in that area. By the mountain. Alright, this works too. So we got the 4 of them working. Whew, really? It's tight. And I would like to use this space here then. Perfect, it's heated for our factories, right? So we have the steel frame factory. This one needs the seal skins. I need 2 of them. And I will then also need 2 of the sled factories. They're pretty big. So once again, let's have them here. They're big. We need the space up there. I'm not hurting anyone, right? And then I still need 2 sled frame factories. And yeah, 1 here. And 1 here. That's not hurting them at all. It does need to have a connection with the lumberjack hut, delivering it over there. And it will also need to have the connection with the warehouse that we can, by the way, upgrade. We should do this to get another ramp out there. Then the husky farms, sled factory. That's it. And we can build them. Let's build both of them. Sled frame factory, the parker we don't need yet. And then I just need 2 husky sled factories. They're costing me a lot of technician workforce there. So 100 each. Right, but at least it's working then. That should be it. Also, the husky sleds, by the way, need technicians. Very strange. Why would technicians need to tend to the huskies? Doesn't matter to me. It's working, and that's the important thing. We can, of course, go ahead and upgrade more. We have the bonus for that. Alright, alright. There we have the heating. That's matter. 93, 93, 80. Should go up, really. It will go up. 92 it is. Perfect. In the 90s it should be, and then I'm happy with that. In Port Devil itself, let's also check my coal. Coal is fine, but there's 2 ships coming in right now. Yep, also African Queen. And I would like to continue with my next one, my next task. And that is, first of all, can we do some more buildings here? Yeah, this one works now, by the way, since we... Those guys here, right? And 1 more heater then for this district, then most likely. Here, I would like to have something else. And this may seem strange to you at first, but since I'm the master of this game, of this Let's Play, not of the game in general, of this game here, I'm the builder, I can decide that, and we're going to have our airship platform over there. It does require heating too, and there is the heating, and it's on the other side of the hangar. Of course, usually you go with the airport is right next to the hangars, right? But in that case here, we're only building the airships over there, and here this is for the passenger transportation and the post system. So it's also fine to have it here. Plus, there is no distraction around that. We can go ahead really and build the airship platform just like that, and then also get the ML sorting office over here as well. That is pretty important, so we can have the letters being delivered, right? And both of the local letters are activated. That means we should be golden now. I can, of course, start transportation of the local mail now to Crown Falls and back again. And we're probably going to do this, because this would lead to overseas mail, which further boosts then my population here by 10 technicians per building. Yep, that we can do. Do I have available airships? That is the question. I was building quite a few. Oh, yes, we do have them. We have five airships available right now. I cannot build any more, but we are going to have a new trade route here. That is very important. That is going from Crown Falls to Manola, where we're building airships, right? And we do need some machines. Not a lot. I mean, it's going to cap out eventually. And the sails, right? And this goes to Manola, so that we have an endless supply of building materials for our airships there. The steel beams we are producing ourselves anyway. I just need a ship for that. And yeah, one of my cargo ships that we just built is ready for the task. Quickly check it out there. I think that's the only thing. Yeah, the helium we have. Oh, weapons for fighters. We should also add to the trade route there. Since weapons we also have plenty of. Let's get all of this over there to Manola. That we start working on that as well. For more airships then. Manticore would be ready. It has 3 slots. So the Manticore we could make work with our first airmail delivery service. So airships going from Crown Falls to the Arctic to Port Devili. We do need some letter transportation after all, right? It would be horrible if we're not doing this. We're getting the local mail over, and we're also going to take the local mail then back again to Crown Falls. So a smaller loop there. And yeah, one of my Manticores will be fine on this. Let's go ahead and do this and start airmail transportation. It will be very fast. I'm not going to use all the slots because that would slow down the airship even further. 2 slots are fine. And it's really just this small volume trade route, right, that we want to have achieved here. And yeah, that should be it. The only matter is that we probably will cap out on the overseas mail at some point. So I might need to adjust this one, that I say in Port Devili, let's have 1 slot really just dedicated for Crown Falls, so that we are always able to load local mail and get it over to Crown Falls. The other ones are not important. If the local mail from Crown Falls caps out at Port Devili, so be it. Then we're capped out. But 1 slot should be dedicated, just in case we're full, right? This slot will be used.
Cargo boat at the ready.
With that, we got some proper transportation now, and overseas mail will come in soon, so we can activate this one. Let's go ahead and do this, so that once it comes in, we are profiting from that right away. We got 800 explorers still left. I would like to have a few more upgrades. We can do this. Right here by the platform, we should have a few more technicians. Here in the city center, we should have a few more. These guys here close to the hangar, and then probably up here, and yes, lots and lots of technicians really. Leading to 500, and probably also going to lead to 2 consumption now for the Husky sleds. That's fine, since we do have prepared for that. Alright, looking good so far. We're waiting now for the airship, and the production should also be in full swing now. I'm expecting 100% here. Perfect, it is. Husky sleds are coming in, and this production is finished with that. The most complicated production that we have in the new world, save for the gas, of course. But gas is really not difficult, because it's just 1 building, really. Difficult is the plateau. So let's head back to the plateau. There it is. And we can start doing this. Let's move a bit further up so that it's central. Oh, look at that. Also, Bente has joined us in the Arctic. What a glorious day. Oh, I can already see a mistake here. What is that healer doing so close to the harbor? Bente, you could optimize this one. And as we can see, Hugo's also just arrived. And he's probably going to take this island here, as it's the other biggest one, right? The plateaus, they will not be able to settle. And we took this triangle over there. And that's ours, basically. Is there another island? There's no more island here. This is looking like a plateau. Ah, we should have a look at that. Let's send the clipper over. It's most likely a plateau. If not, then we're going to settle on it. Let's build.
Now you've got more islands than
Post town, it's called. That's not really great. Let's call it the Helveticus Plateau. Oh no, it's too long. Then let's just call it Helveticus. Thank you, my supporter Helveticus on Patreon. Glad for your support. Glad you like the content. Appreciate that a lot. And yeah, well, you're going to be my gas plateau. And let's just go ahead. We can upgrade. Perfect. Right away, giving me a bit more storage. We can unload the rest, get the airship back home again immediately. Oh, by the way, second airship has been constructed. We can use this right away for some coal. By the way, let's actually just create the trade route for it, right? New trade route going from Port Devili over to Helveticus. And we are going to take some timber. We're going to take some steel beams. We're going to take some coal for the heating. Definitely required. How many slots do we have? 4, I think, right?
A competitor raised a settlement.
And one more slot we have. Ooh, I guess Schnapps we could take over for the people there, so they get something. Let's keep that available for now. And there you go. And one of my new ones, Nelly, I think we finished. No, Lord and Lady we finished. There it is. Lord and Lady is on this trade route now to the plateau. So Port Devili gets even more busy as another airship trade route has been established. Bit confused the captain seems right now. Ah, there he found his position. And he can actually now load the goods that we are going to need over there. Explorers. I think I'm going to need a lot of technicians there, right? So I will need 2 trade routes, 2 different trade routes, because that is not going to be enough. Yeah, we're going to need a second trade route, getting the pemmican food and the oil lamps over, because we are going to need technicians on the platform for the gas. Unfortunately, this will complicate things. Let's just see, where do we have... There is a 4-slot gas deposit that we're going to use then. Right, and then we have here another 3-slot. Up here we have the 3-slot number 2 and 3-slot number 3. That we're going to use. And in the center we have the city. Now, I'm definitely going to need a heater here. And I'm definitely going to need a heater here. Let's just try to make it work with 2 heaters in total. These heaters need to heat the plateau, but also the city, right? So it's very important to me that really 2 heaters should be fine. Yeah, that could be... That will not work, unfortunately. So I will need 3 heaters on this platform. It's just a pretty big platform, unfortunately. I can have 1 here. As we can see, this will work for that gas deposit, right? This one will be heated. Yep, very good. This one down here we probably can do. Perfect. This one can also be used. With that, then I'm going to have a heater for this side plus city, and then another one for this one here plus city. Right, this will have to work somehow for the plateau. However, we need to get the consumption up. Pemmican food is important. Pemmican food and oil lamps. Right, so this will once again also raise my consumption. I will need to double it at least for the additional production. So oil lamp we have here, the brass we have endlessly, whaling station we also have theoretically enough really. I just need another port or another coast site. So here in King William Island I think we're doing the pemmican food anyway. So for the oil lamp really we just need a second one. And we have it prepared already. Oil lamp factory. There it is. This will now be enough. The only thing that's not enough is the whale oil. So I do need to provide one more. Let's try to move those storages. That's fine. And then we have another slot then available here for another whaling station. Right, so this is now providing the oil lamp factory that we need. And brass we are getting in anyway. Perfect. So this is done. Pemmican is going to be a bit more complicated. We do need another whaling station. And this is going to be done in King William Island. We have a base production right now of 2. In Port Devili we have a consumption of 2. So it's equal at the moment even. That means I do need to have a surplus of 1 at least. Let's make it 2 for the safer spot. However, it also requires explorers, which I don't have enough anymore. Right, so another thing we need to figure out is increased workforce. So I'm most likely going to need another heater in this area, and with that another charcoal burner. Yeah, it's getting complicated. Let's build that warehouse up there. Let's build another charcoal burner. Right away, getting the 100% over here. This one though will require a heater as well right away, which is fine because we can then have the heater. Let's just see. I guess we can make it work like that. Very good. Have this heater working because with that we can now go ahead and have some additional people living in that area. which in turn, by the way, will also increase consumption, as always. And we can also fill in the last slots in that area. Coal is coming over then, so one of them is providing for one heater. That should be golden, and we can also use this area here for our increased industry now that we have, right? So, yeah, that's not going to work, but here we can, yeah, here we can make it work. And that would be then the whale station. Let's have the next one. Oh no. Yeah, this is fine. 2 we can squeeze in anyway. And the caribou hunting cabin, which requires also heating, but we can combine it with our charcoal burner just nicely here. So this is 1, right? Providing 2. I will need to have a second one, unfortunately. So that's going to be the tipping point here. We can have one more over here. That has enough, plus the heating. And then we need the cookhouses, and we need to provide 2. So let's see, 99. I really don't want to reduce the productivity of my houses. So that's that. And with that, 2 more whaling stations. Once we have the timber. Oh, I do need a bit more timber. Meanwhile, the first batch of delivery for coal and timber and steel has arrived in Helveticus. I can also create the second trade route now from Port Devili to Helveticus with the goods that we need, the schnapps. Let's get the schnapps for the heating, so we reduce the chance of sicknesses over there. We will also take the oil lamps. We will take the pemmican food, and this goes over to Helveticus. This will now, I'm not going to activate this trade route yet because we don't have enough storage. We don't have enough in stock. I will use that airship here in the meantime for some more building material delivery over there to King William Island. Now that was very quick. Don't have enough explorers anymore. 1 I can afford. There is another sickness here going around, but we have the ranger station, should be fine really quickly. And with that, let's check it out. We have a production of 4 now. Perfect. What I don't have here is the...
We're trying to stay close.
Alright, another thing. I can't do it like that because we are running out of workforce. And in King William Island, we are also running out of coal. Even though. So let's go ahead. Arctic, we do have a trade route between the 2 islands. There it is. With the pemmican food, the local goods, and the timber that is going over from King William to Port Devili. However, this one here in particular, we don't need anymore, really. And we also don't need those that many slots, right? Let's go ahead and say in Port Devili, please take some coal with you. There's a lot of coal now going outbound, right? From Port Devili. So we need to adjust this most likely then with the trade routes. But that's that. And I'm also, since the volume is usually pretty high, let's also go ahead with this one. There's some timber on board right now. I'm getting over, but it's fine, really. And with that, this trade route has been adjusted. We do have not enough coal here. That's crazy. Why is there not enough coal, really? It's all being consumed right now. It's coming over now though, right? So it should be loaded at any of these ships here. Where's the ship for it? Why did you not load any coal now? Port Devili loaded and unloaded in King William Island. This is totally correct. He did not take the coal with him now. Even though there's plenty of coal in Port Devili. This is strange. We need to wait 1 round. Okay, second turn, now he loads the coal. We need to wait there real quick for the coal to arrive, and then I will be able to get rid of some of those charcoal burners. We're consuming coal at a rate of 6 at the moment, which is pretty high, to be honest. These heaters are burning that coal away. And, the only thing that leaves me now, one of them requires 10 explorers, so I can get rid of some of them again. Basically all of them. The same goes with the timber, by the way. We have a timber production here. I can also say, please load timber, actually from King William Island, from Port Devili, and get it over, right? Because timber is being delivered over here anyway with my old world trade routes. So we're going to take it vice versa this time. And for my real trade routes, the big ones, there we can see the huge colliers delivering 400 tons of timber at the moment anyway. There's plenty of that coming over. Coal has been unloaded, and with that, we don't really need those charcoal burners anymore. At least saves me some 40, 30 workforce. The same goes with the timber. Let's get rid of that. And this is really making all the difference here, because with that we can go ahead, first of all, provide another heater to my harbor area, which is required, this one. Going for the 2 whaling stations that we have. And I probably don't need that many explorers anymore then. With that, we should have a balanced production of the pemmican food. It's at 4. And my whaling station is also at 4 then. And the caribou is also at 4. So there we have it. And this is all coming over then to Port Davely. In Port Davely, whew, that's a lot, right? We do need to adjust also here my minimum stock for the pemmican food. Let's put it to 20. I don't want to have it depleted in any way. The same goes with the oil lamps. Let's put it to 20. And now, finally, I can unlock the straight route here. So we have the prize wind. Yep, my 3rd airship that has just been finished can now be adjusted to the straight route. Let's also say for schnapps, let's also go with a minimum of 20 at least, right? That's that.
Epidemic spreads across your city.
Yeah, I think that's going to work now. Look how busy it is. Now that's the schnapps, the oil lamps, and the pemmican food. With that, we will be able to upgrade to technicians on the platform once we get the first people over, and this should then all work out. As a conclusion to this episode, let's also get to some more friendlier ground again, to Crown Falls. You haven't seen this in a while, I think. And let's just go ahead, because I'm pretty sure something is working here now. And that is my latest good that we have provided now for the scholars. The seafood stew. 160 tons are in already, and with that we can now unlock it. Tailored suit is still struggling. I will need to check it out again. Telephone is in though. Seafood stew is in now, and that will boost my researchers further. We are at 50,000 research points at the moment, and that means that I can do another clay deposit pit. So we can actually move 2 of them. Perfect. That's all I wanted really for the next step here. Stay tuned.